Hello guys, si Kesan Veloso ulit ito at welcome sa episode 22 ng laro tayo ng Disco Elysium. Okay guys, pasensya kung lagpas isang buwan akong hindi nakapag-upload ng videos guys kasi nagkaroon kasi kami ng family emergency. Actually, di pa kami nakakapag-recover pa nga eh. Pero naisip ko lang na mag-recording muna para wag naman maging inactive yung channel ko tsaka pampaano na rin, pampaalis na rin ng isip ko doon sa pinoproblema namin sa ngayon. So anyway, tuloy natin yung game. Ang problema lang nito, di ko na matandaan kung ano yung kung nasan tayo, kung ano na yung gagawin natin sa kwento for now. Pero ang natatandaan ko lang, kailangan natin kausapin si ano ulit eh. Yung babae doon sa ano, yung ano, yung nagsabi na siya, yung ano, yung biniktima daw ng ano, nung mercenary na pinatay ni na ano, no Hardy Boys. Lagyan natin sa game. So anyway, continue natin yung game guys. So, uh, check kung mga nagre-record sandali si OBS. Sandali lang. Okay. Andito naman siya. So, okay, continue. Load game. Ano, December 18, 2024 tayo huli naglaro. Yun nga, lagpas isang buwan. So anyway, continue. So ito, dito tayo. So, yan, kakasapin nga ulit natin siya. Kalimutan ko yung pangalan niya. So teka, save na muna natin. Check ko lang yung file load. Okay. Okay. February 1, 2025. So, kasapin naman natin siya. Ano ba yung time? 18, 6 p.m. na, 6:15 Tuesday. Yung after 9 o'clock pala, babalik nga tayo doon sa ano pa. Yung kakasapin ulit natin yung isa pang yung CEO, si Boy.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Si Clashy, yung pala pangalan niya. Ah, drama, legendary. Mahirap. Drama. Dali. Meron pa tayong increase ng drama. Civil fare, electrocution, cipher, physical instrument, half-light, suggestion, yes, for the core. Ito, ay minus eh. Half-light, physical instrument, electrochemistry, physical instrument, tsaka shivers, logic, shivers, tsaka SV core. Wala. Asan na lang tayo na makuha natin? Taas yung number, yung value eh. So, dito muna tayo.
Officer,
Ayun.
what brings you up here in
High
the
naman
rain?
pala eh. Kanina hindi ko makita eh. High pala eh. So, go. In God's name, wake up.
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps.
Ganun.
She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first.
Tama.
Yes, start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
turned to the lieutenant. Kim, why have we not arrested her yet? And Levi, I think you didn't make that call to the station. Your real name isn't Clashy Amandu. What if I told you you're under arrest, miss? Let's change the subject for the time being. Uh, uh, hmm. Try natin to number 3.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Her voice cracks suddenly, like there's a garrote around her neck. Okay, wait. Okay, what? We don't need to do this. Back off, okay. Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
You admit to it. I knew it. Good. You can tell me the truth. Wag to. I knew it. Good. You can tell me the truth. Ito na lang, you admit it?
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I lied to my employers. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
She looks at her hands. Her fingernails are clipped white. As- Was the password bullshit too? That password you keep hidden. Tell me your real name. Enough. Ah, Baka, malamang. Sige, ito.
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Mas mahirap i-pronounce yung talagang real name niya.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Maya Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
Ayan. Where is this buoy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now.
West daw eh.
It's useless.
West of the boardwalk. In the reeds. West of the boardwalk. In the reeds. We have to check this buoy out. Accept task. Fine. Tell me one more thing. Move on. Sige. Try natin.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
Nice. Meron na tayong bagong objective. There's a buoy west of the boardwalk on the coast. Somewhere in the reeds, it has Miss Orange's fake documents in it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a broken sewage pipe, right near the water line.
Northwest. Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
Katarzyna Alaje. The smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism.
Hold on, Katarzyna Alaje. Hold on, Katarzyna Alaje is not an Orange's name. It's not an Orange's name, is it? It's not even Mandy. It's Grad. Finally, we meet Katarzyna Alaje. Pusita. I keep calling you Clashy. Pusita. I keep calling you Miss Orange Disco Dancer or Orange Disco Dancer. Say nothing. Pusita. Sige, sabi natin to.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants. but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alasia is my father's name.
Mm. Paano limit ka? I keep calling you Clashy. See, just call you Miss Oranye, disco dancer. Di ko alam kung magagalit, pero mas parang gusto ko yun. Sige, ito. Hindi. Sige, ito na. I'll keep calling you Clashy.
That's cool.
She looks at the ashtray. Then up to you.
She doesn't feel like a Clausia. She feels like nothing.
Yeah, enough.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
You know, I think you don't make that call. You didn't make that call to the station. What if I told you you're under arrest, Clashy? Let's change the subject for the time being. Conclude. Bakit natin siya huhulihin? Sige. Try natin to. You know, I think you didn't make the call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies.
Okay.
There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergency's desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Anyone could know the number, and that someone. It means nothing. Say nothing lang.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
Ayoko sabihin tong dalawan to eh. Huwag na lang. Let's change the subject for the time being.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
I need to talk to you about your room again.
Yeah? I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Okay, understood.
Funky town.
I have other
All
questions.
right.
Sige, kahit na medyo delikado to, sige. Save naman natin, sige. Save natin, tapos subukan natin yung pasaway na tanong na yan.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation. Yes, you're just one room away. Very personal.
She pours herself some more coffee.
Good, yes. This means she could have heard something, like what you were doing before you blacked out.
Were you in Sunday night? Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like,
Okay. Okay, so mali yun. So, wag natin gawin. Ayaw niya eh. Mali, wag daw natin tanong yan eh.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Physical instrument. Kick the door in. Very low. Push. Where does this lead to? Tanong
I
natin.
don't know.
He makes a note in his notebook.
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it is important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Hmm.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Teka. Save natin. Tapos, subukan natin physical instrument. Save. Meron tayong item na nagdadagdag nun eh. Ay, check ko nga yung ano natin pala. Yung in-internalize natin. Lonesome Way Home. 99% pa lang. 4 hours pa. Alam ko meron tayong increase ng physical instrument eh. Ito. Pants. One plus one shivers. Pero bababa yung ano yung bababa yung ano eh authority eh. Okay. Try natin to. Save muna natin.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Okay, low. Okay, so pause ko muna guys.
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
Save ko muna guys ha. Ayun guys, nabuksan.
Something cracks inside.
Bakit yung mouse natin?
It is an unbelievably satisfying sound.
Nice.
Filling you with a belief in your own body.
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in?
Teka. May bagong ano. Saan nagmarka? Ayun. Explore the whirling secret. There are strange doors in the whirling. No one knows where they lead. Find a way in and see what's hidden there in the hostile cafeteria's forgotten corners. Uncover their secrets hidden within. Yan yung susunod. Sige. Sounds like the property... Okay. I thought it was an aces high moment, Kim. Let's see. Sige. Sige. No.
I don't know about that.
It totally was.
Okay. Okay. Explore natin kung ano yun. May item dito. May footprints. Ito muna na yan. There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side. Kanino? Yung bedroom niya. Ay, may butas. Pwede sinisilipan siya. Hindi niya alam.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I can see into Clashy's bedroom from here. What were those people doing in there? Finish that. Ito na.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Footprints.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two. Let's have a closer look then. Crouch, study the footprints. Sige, ito muna.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine.
Boots na
The
naman.
sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines.
This print doesn't look like the odd soled print we found at the hanging camp. It doesn't look like the workers' boots from the hanging, does it? Sige, ito na lang, mas ano eh.
No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Try natin to. This print doesn't look like the odd soled print we found at the hanging camp.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Ganon?
I wouldn't rule out Ruby coming here yet. This isn't an argument against her. People change shoes, you know? But it's not an argument for her either.
Get up.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
He looks at you.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
Okay, check natin yung ano. Done. Nabuo natin yan. Explore the whirling secret passage. Okay, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route leading to the roof. The roof from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant. These prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer. And if not, at least they're a good argument for this Ruby doing it, to present to Titus.
Okay, let's move on. May items pa dito. Ano to? The pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted. Siguro may pera dito. Kailangan natin pera eh. Ano yun? Empathy tsaka hand-eye coordination. Pinball maker's coat. Take all. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Tapos may pintuan doon. Tapos may item pa dito isa. Small windows, taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Okay itong mga building dito Madaming sikretong ganyan. Okay So, save mo natin bago tayo pumunta doon sa pinto. Teka, check natin yung nakuha natin. Empathy, tsaka hand-eye coordination. Save. Tapos pasok tayo sa pinto. Saan tayo napunta ngayon? Elevator pala yun. Ito na yata yung yung kabilang side. This pinball is white Diora. The back glass shows us something. A note, NB. The spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner something. Nice. 5 cent, 5 So, kailangan na lang natin ng 346. Pinball?
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Point to the machine. Let's take a closer look. Pull out the machine. No, I'm out. Sige, sabi, wag natin na ito na kagad.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, finger boy. Those flippers are ready.
Lean closer to read the text. Mamaya naman na to. Lean closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Inspect the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed, think of them as balls.
Pinball isn't for me. Okay, sige. Sige na. Subukan na natin.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon
Get your
you're able to
pinball on.
keep three
Okay, ano siya?
faced balls in play.
Achievement.
Relative ease. Go, go, finger boy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Wait, what kind of guy was he then? I'm pretty good at this. Good thing. Enough with the fun. Wait, what kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That is not cool. Technically, the human beings are at the top of the food chain, so... Sige.
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
But you seem to be having fun.
I'm pretty good at this. Continue playing. It's fun, leave. Sige, tuloy na natin.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through.
Nice.
The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Kim, it can be done. Just watch. Why do they even make these if it's impossible to win? Give up winning is too stressful. Bad at ball games. Reaction speed, wala tayo niyan eh. Why do they even make... Okay, give up na lang. Masyadong mahirap eh.
I've been wondering the same.
There goes nothing, finger boy.
Na-save ko ba dito? Teka nga. I-load ko na lang muna. Ay, malayo yung pinag-loadan ko. Wag na lang natin i-activate yun. So, sige, anyway, sige. Load. Sayang yung ano eh. Sayang lang eh. Wag na. Teka, reaction speed. Meron ba ako bang pwedeng gamitin doon? Reaction speed. O hand-eye coordination yun yata eh. Subukan ko lang to. Isa lang. Yun lang. Okay, sige. Save ko na muna dito. Baba tayo, save ko muna. Kunin ko muna yung mga iba natin nakuha. Delete selection. Okay, at least pwede ko na basahin to. This pinwheel is white Diora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning. A note. The spare key is tied to the push outside the corner room window. Save ko na muna dito. Pero hindi ko na i-activate. Sayang lang eh. Sige, try ko rin. Try ko rin kung hindi masyadong mahirap. Pero kunin naman natin isang dialogue.
Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you played it? Let's take a closer look. Pull out the machine. Wait, you played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look. Pull out the machine.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy.
Ah,
Get the game
forward
on,
ko na lang to.
finger boy. Those flippers are ready. Above, the theme of the game is the peak of the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent, indeed. Think of them as balls. It takes a while to get go,
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was. The kind of an avid huntsman too. He also hit.
But you seem to be having fun.
Your game is suddenly a special maneuvering a goat. The words, pound.
Congratulate.
There's so much. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound.
Wala
Eyes
eh.
are useless at this point, but that goat.
Load na natin. Pag nila reaction speed talaga eh. Tsaka very low. Very low eh. Wag na lang. Siguro pwede nang buksan itong pintuan, ano?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
This door is connected to the one upstairs. But how do we get through?
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can get in and out using the roof door.
Actually, alam natin na nasa bush daw eh.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Okay, look in.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for two people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
Tagal na. 1888?
This elevator must have been used to transport pinball machines to and from the upstairs workshop.
It says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
This elevator was last maintained in the future? 88. This elevator was maintained a long time ago. Ito na lang.
At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
It appears his whole enthusiasm is sarcastic.
So it was mostly pinball machines riding this elevator. Look at the elevator controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descente, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time ago.
So it was mostly pinball machines riding this elevator.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
Okay. Close the doors and go up. Try natin. Sige. O yun naman pala, gumagana eh.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point. This used to be a pinball workshop?
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
He taps his foot.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the Hardys bang away at it.
Looks like
At
they
some
gave up.
point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
Finished that. Sabihin natin sa kanya yung... teka, save muna natin. Sabihin natin sa kanya yung secret room.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Wag na lang. Wala namang bago eh.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Ay, pwede pala iyan na teka. Visual calculus. Teka, equip ko muna. Wala na. So, save natin.
This window is pristine on the inside.
High na.
Unlike the one next, golden light
Nice.
melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired.
Imagine niya yung yung dinescribe ni Clashy.
The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole, shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Bagong task na naman. Determine where the shot came from. Where could the shot that killed the hanged man have come from? If not from the roof, this will take some checking out of locations. Okay. Inspect the ghostly figures. Have a look at point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside? So I'm what? 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from? Sige, ito muna.
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
Nasa bagay. So I'm what? 80% sure the roof is where the shot was fired from? Alamang hindi.
72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition. A Belma-grave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside, in the darkness. Too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot have come from inside the room? A closer point. Walang hindi. Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof? Could there have been another point of origin further away? Sa ito muna.
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
So try natin ito, number 1.
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective. That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Okay, inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
B prime. More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Have a look at point B. Point B, the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Okay. Land's End. B prime.
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
Point B, the islet.
1 kilometer away. A point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Okay, tanong natin ito. 6. Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the boardwalk. B double prime, Land's End. B triple prime, the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
It's okay. Much less than from the roof, but still, I'm just being thorough. So, number 2.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
Okay, blink live. Nice, medyo malalim ah. Okay, so at least mag-1 hour na. So, end na natin dito guys. So, teka. Check natin, may bago tayong... Ito. Determine where the shot came from. Where could the shot that killed the hanged man have come from? If not from the roof, this will take some checking out of locations. Check boardwalk for bullet traces. Check island for bullet traces. Check lands end for bullet traces. Yung in-internalize natin. Ano pa? 4 hours pa talaga. So anyway, labas muna tayo ulit tapos kausapin natin siya ulit next episode. Save, check na muna natin kung may bagong dialogue.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Wag na muna. Okay, so save na natin. Tapos end na. So end naman natin guys. So main menu. So gumana naman ng autosave. Tanggal natin yung autosave. We don't need that. Okay, so end na natin for now. So Gerson Veloso signing off guys. Tuloy na lang ulit natin to kung kailan man ako makapag-upload ulit.